All right, welcome on in to another day of Bethesda Big Train Baseball. Per usual, I'm Allie Navarrete, and you haven't heard him in a while, but I'm back with Nick Poor on the call. Trying out a little remote broadcast action. We're going to see how it goes, but Nick, I'm excited to at least have your presence in the booth with me today.
Yeah, you can't see me, but you can hear me. For those of you who don't know, I've had COVID for the past week, and today I feel, I feel a 10 out of 10. I feel like I could be out there playing for the train, but I just can't test. I can't test out for the life of me, and I miss my job so much. So we're trying this. We'll see how this works. You might likely have someone else that second game unless this is somehow red hot fire, but we'll find out.
Yeah, so we are starting today at 6 p.m. because we're continuing a game from June 24th at First Responder Field. We're in the top of the 11th inning. The Big Train and the Cropdusters are all locked up at 6 all, and we're underway. On the mound, like he was when we left only, is Brett Siles for the Cropdusters, and at bat, we're at the top of the Big Train order with Luke Nowak.
Luke Nowak. This is technically a continuation of just the second game that he played for the Train. So we're going way back into the season to finish this one up.
Yeah. A 2-0 count to Nowak becomes 3-0. Siles struggling to find the zone here. So again, this game continuing, and then at around 7, we'll bring you the regular 9-inning game, last one against the Cropdusters and the Train this regular season. 3-0, and that's a 4-pitch walk to get started. Luke Nowak going to take his base and bring up DM Jefferson.
Siles had an up and down performance in this game before we had a weather delay. He walked one, gave up a run off 2 hits, but did strike out 3. So he has that ability to attack the zone if he can get it back here against DM Jefferson.
So Nowak going to take his lead on first. First pitch to DM, again outside. That is the 5th straight ball from Siles. In the field right now, Leach behind the plate, Booma at first, Keister at second, Brait at short, and Jacob Orr at third. Milan in left, Hyder in the middle, and Wright on right field. That pickoff attempt goes wild past the first baseman. Luke Nowak rounding second, going to charge to third, and then hold.
The wheels on the Nowak go round and round. He just floored it there. Did you miss those horrible, pointless puns, Allie?
I do miss them. Happy to have them in my ears right now. Anyways, that pitch, that toss from Siles just completely went past Booma, and Luke Nowak all of a sudden just a base path away from coming home. Jefferson a 1-0 count.
Great heads up running from him to take that second base.
That one fouled off, count 1-1.
Brett Siles has pitched 10 innings for the Dusters so far this season, giving up just a 4.5 ERA in that time span.
We saw quite a few pitchers for the Big Train in this game. It was a bullpen game, started with Caleb Woltz, and then eventually saw multiple guys. And I believe on the mound starting for the Train when the Cropdusters bat will be Jordan Little. DM hits that one right to the second baseman. Nowak going to hold at third and DM out at first. That'll be the first out, bringing up Emilian Pitre.
Pitre in this game is struggling. He doubled in his first at-bat, but went 0 for 4 through the last 4. Then again, it's been almost 3 weeks since this game occurred, so he might be a little different at the plate today.
Siles, first pitch to Pitre in the zone for strike 1. The Big Train yesterday played a doubleheader against the Braves and lost both. It was definitely a struggle. They're looking to rebound here today, the opportunity to avenge 2 losses with 2 wins. The 0-1 to Pitre, swing and a miss.
Yeah, from what I wasn't there to feel the crowd or anything yesterday, but from what I heard, it was not a pretty moment for the Train. We'll see if they can bounce back. Great opportunity to beat up on the Dusters, a team that they've shown they can put up runs against.
Count moves to 1-2 for Emilian Pitre. And as you can see on the feed, it is raining here, but nothing too crazy. The guys are still playing. Field looks like it's going to be in okay shape, and hopefully this will pass by the time the regular game starts. Pitre fouls that one off again, count 2-2.
I'm not gonna lie, on my end it does look pretty crazy. It looks like someone's using one of those fake snow machines and has it on like level 11 and it's just blasting everywhere.
Styles fires to Petrie, fouled off again. That one looks like it might have come back and hit Emilian. So count still 2-2.
He's taking a moment there. It looked like he's trying to shake off the sting from getting hit. Can't imagine what it's like getting hit by a guy who throws as fast as Siles does coming out of Towson University.
That one into Petrie and down swinging. So that'll be out number 2. It'll bring up Garrett Felix.
That'll be the fourth K of this game for Siles. And on the season, he's now at 7 across 10 innings pitched.
So again, the big train, the away team right now, because this game was at First Responders Field, so we're in the top of the 11th, and we will see only bats, even if Luke Nowak does come home. Felix gets started with a strike. Rain kind of crazy right now. It's like a sun shower here at Shirley Povich. The 0-1 way wild and high. Count 1-1.
Jeez, the feed is cutting out on my end. I hope it's not for those of you at home.
I hope as well. Let us know.
Actually, it looks way better for the people at home, which is good.
The 1-1 fouled off. Felix looks like he got a piece of that ball himself. Gonna take a step aside and wait. Coach Sal coming out right now. Maybe just gonna check if Garrett's okay. He looks like he might be in a little bit of pain. Sun really coming out. Again, Coach Sal just checking with Garrett. Patrick, the trainer, coming out as well. Gonna make sure he's okay.
I heard he got ejected somehow yesterday, which I didn't know could happen.
Well, yeah, I didn't really know either. And I don't think you're technically allowed to eject medical staff, but yesterday was quite crazy. We had 3 big train coaches and I believe 1 or 2 players get tossed. Tensions were high. But anyways, Patrick Reynolds back on the field today, luckily, and checking on Felix here. A little fist bump between the two. Garrett's going to continue his at-bat. He's a tough guy.
Felix not someone who's going to go down easily despite being behind in the count for a while here.
So a 1-2 count to Garrett Felix. Again, Luke Nowak, the lone runner, out there on third. 2 outs for the train. Siles fires the 1-2. That one well hit by Felix. Second baseman is there. Can he get it over to first in time? He can. So we remain 6-all as we head into the bottom of the 11th. And again, on the mound for the big train will be Jordan Little. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 11th, still 6-all here. Cropdusters versus Big Train continuation game from June 24th. On the mound is Jordan Little. Behind the plate, Clay Wargo. And in the field for the Big Train, it's Peyton Schultz at first, Colton Hegwood at second, Warren Holzmer at short, and Garrett Felix at third. Your outfield, DM Jefferson in the left, Luke Nowak in the center, and John Kramer in right.
Train definitely going for it here on the mound. A guy who's pitched 13 innings and is still not giving up a run on the season.
Yeah, Jordan Little, Cal Ripken League All-Star out of East Carolina University. He's been absolutely unreal this summer. Had him in the booth earlier this week, actually twice. He came on in Olney and then came back on Wednesday as well, and he told us that summer ball has just really boosted his confidence. He didn't necessarily have the freshman year that he wanted to at East Carolina. It's a very competitive program, but he's really excited to get back and be a contributor for the Pirates in the fall. And, I mean, he's just been unreal. Nick, you just gave his stats. They're picture perfect.
Yeah, 31 Ks in 8 games played and 19 innings pitched. That's 31 Ks. It's insane. And fun fact about him, we saw him swinging a bat prior to the game. Despite being a righty arm, he's a lefty batter. Not that we've seen him bat yet, but if we do, he's a lefty.
Interesting. Leading off here in the bottom of the 11th is Greg Nichols for the Cropdusters. Again, Cropdusters, the home team right now. First pitch from Little in the zone, of course. Gets off to a hot start.
This is Kevy Keister, who's struck out in 3 straight at-bats in this game. Little, a strikeout maestro.
Popped up, calling it Luke Nowak. And a quick first out for Jordan Little in the Big Train.
That's how you get things started. Get him to swing under a ball, pop it out deep, and a quick, easy out fielded by Luke Nowak.
Now batting for the Cropdusters is the catcher, Tyler Leach.
Leach steps into the plate as a guy who hasn't batted as much as other players on this team. He's been platooning at catcher with Hauser, just 34 plate appearances, batting .294.
The rain starting to let up, the sun coming out, which is great news considering we have 9 innings of baseball to play whenever this game should finish. The 0-1 from Little, 1-1, his first ball.
You know, I think the storm was cutting with a bit of the transmission, and it wasn't us because my feed has cleared up now that cloud has passed. That is a real thing with technology, too.
Interesting.
The more you know.
The 1-1 fouled back toward the booth here. Count 1-2.
Yeah, and just a reminder for people at home, this is the bottom of the 11th of a continuation game. So should the Dusters score here, that's it. That's game. But, you know, Little hasn't given up a run yet on the season, so the Train really gunning for this win.
The 1-2, popping up, calling it again, is Luke Nowak. And he makes the catch. Back-to-back fly balls to Luke Nowak will give the Big Train 2-out cushion.
I mean, what do you expect? Opponents are hitting 132 against Jordan Little on the season. That is disgusting.
Yeah, he is unreal. It's going to be a Terp at the plate now, Jacob Orr. It was funny. I saw Andrew Johnson, Sean Lane, and like 1 or 2 Cropdusters who play for Maryland all rolling up to this game together. Just funny. They must all be in College Park. First pitch swung on, popped up, and calling it in the infield is Colton Hegwood. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Little. Per usual, he's pitching so efficiently, and the Big Train bats will try to tack something on here when we come back in the top of the 12th. Welcome back. Leading off here in the top of the 12th for the big train is Peyton Schultz. First pitch, a ball.
Run out of space on the score sheet. I don't go past 12 innings. This is a long game. It's tacking on another half hour already after the 3 hours plus we played at Olney.
Yeah, it's been a long one. Count 1-1 now to Schultz. That's still Siles on the mound for the Cropdusters. And the rain has basically all but stopped, and it's nice and sunny. Another strike lands there. Count 1-2.
You can see the dew kind of just dropping off the windowsill above the camera. It's kind of artsy. I love it. Rain has passed, and now hopefully the bats can wake up like thunder.
Hopefully we don't get any thunder. I think the forecast is looking good, but a 2-2 count now to Peyton Schultz. The 2-2 foul toward third base side. That continues.
Siles is continuing this appearance that he started, but other than that, he hasn't played too much. Last game we saw him in was on July 11th, so he's well rested.
The 2-2 makes it a full count. Nick, what's the best thing you've watched in quarantine?
So, I finished Stranger Things.
The 3-2 high for ball 4. Peyton Schultz going to walk.
What a brushback. That was scary close to hitting Schultz there. Stranger Things, the finale really disappointed me.
Yeah. I didn't love it either.
I thought the season was great. The show was great. I love Winona Ryder and David Harbour. I watched that. Same. I've been watching The Boys on Amazon Prime, which is very good. Not for kids, though. And I've been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I'm still on episode 3 because I'm not the biggest fan. You know what? Actually, I kind of like it. It has me enough that I will legitimately keep watching
it. At the plate now, John Kramer. A 1-0 count to him. Schultz on first. I'm actually reading the books now for The Summer I Turned Pretty.
It's a well-known author, right? Like they're.
Yeah. She's pretty well known for like YA romance type stuff. Count 2-0 now to Kramer. But the books are not as good as the show, TBH.
I saw that online. People were saying the show is better, and there's some things I really like about it, but it hasn't fully gripped my attention. I've been watching a lot of Big Train Baseball, and a lot of the women's European soccer championships have been going on, so there's been some great action there.
Nice.
So that's all I've been doing.
3 straight balls to John Kramer, and that's ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. So 2 runners on now for the train. Schultz going to advance to second, John Kramer to first, and it'll bring up Colton Hegwood. Siles really struggling to find the zone right now.
Yeah, that'll bring Siles to 4 walks on this game. He walked Nowak, he walked Schultz, he walked Lane, and he walked all the way back in June, I guess. He walked, I believe it was Clay Wargo, if I'm tracking this correctly.
So, Colton Hegwood at the plate. 2 runners on for Bethesda. First pitch to Hegwood, he shows bunt, foul, and that's something that Colton Hegwood can actually do pretty successfully. He laid down a bunt single last night, and it wasn't the first time this season we've seen him do it. He's one of those guys that Coach Colangelo really trusts to put the ball in play, so interested to see if he goes for it again.
And he's a guy with the legs to maybe make it a bunt single as well.
He lays it down there. Attempts. He's speeding over to first, and the throw goes wild to first base. Coming home is Peyton Schultz, and the big train finally end this tied score. It's 7-6 now. Runners in the corners, and an unfortunate play there for the Cropdusters infield.
Oh, you'd hate for that to be the way you lose a game. A wild throw over to first. An error would not be what you like to see.
So now at the plate, Warren Holzmer, still no outs. Big train tack on a run, and Kramer all the way at third now. Colton Hegwood safe at first after that throw. Could not be completed. A pick-off attempt, unsuccessful. But Hegwood diving back safe.
Hagwood staying close to that bag. He's got a great slide into the bag. I don't know if that's a thing that guys have great form for normally, but he's really good at just getting his body in there under the tag.
Another pick-off attempt to Colton Hegwood. He's making sure the ump knows he's on the bag.
He's got the bag.
The point streak is ruling that as a bunt single for Colton Hegwood. A ball to get started here to Holzmer, which is interesting. He did lay it down.
Yeah, it was not an easy play for the Terrapin third baseman but I think they might go back and rule that an error.
Yeah, I think so too. That one well hit by Holzmer right to the third baseman. He loses the ball, so going to get the tag out at first, but not before John Kramer comes home, and the Big Train now lead 8-6.
There we go. Good stuff. Just get the ball in the outfield and bring that run home. And the Train are rolling.
Oh my God. Rolling.
Owen looks so little from this view. I was like, "Who? I didn't know we had a guy that short on the team." Oh no, it's Owen.
It's simply Owen. Anyways, Holzmer gets the ribby to bring home John Kramer. Colton Hegwood now on second, and Clay Wargo at the plate. Just the one out.
Yeah, they got a lot to work with here, and still a runner in scoring position. This could be really hard for the Dusters to come back from, especially even with, the top of their order coming back around in the 12th.
That one hit Clay Wargo, so he's going to take his base, and Siles really struggling here. Luke Nowak, we're back to the top of the order, just one out, runners on first and second for the Cropdusters.
The Train have now gone around the order in the past two innings. Luke Nowak we did see today back in the 11th. He drew a walk.
So one out, Colton Hegwood on second, Clay Wargo on first. First pitch to Nowak low for ball one.
That was a 4-pitch walk that got Nowak back in the 11th. So he knows right now he doesn't have to swing unless he has to, especially with the way Siles is, not exactly finding the zone.
Nowak hits that one into right center field. Catching it is the center fielder, Hyder, and tosses it into the infield to make sure the runners hold. So now that's 2 outs. DM Jefferson coming up to bat.
DM so far 1 of 5 on the day, or I guess on the game. He doubled back in the 9th inning during that attempt at a rally that could have ended this game in the favor of the Train, but instead those Dusters hung on.
Siles, first pitch to Jefferson. That one chopped foul. Strike one. So again, we are the away team right now, so Big Train have taken the lead, but we will see the Cropdusters bats. But I mean, if Jordan Little has anything to say about it, should be okay.
I think he threw a total of 6 pitches last inning, and it was just fly out, fly out, fly out, we're done. It was brilliant stuff from him.
Yeah, he's ridiculously efficient, whether he's getting the Ks or just making people swing. 1-1 now to DM Jefferson. So I'm assuming he'll come back out.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the speed on his heater, but the part that really helped him last inning was the rise, because batters were swinging under it consistently. It has so much backwards rotational spin that it seems to be rising to the eyes of a batter, and they're hitting underneath it every single time.
Siles, the 1-1 to Jefferson, in. So 1-2 count now. Siles looking to minimize the damage here and leave Wargo and Hegwood stranded out there. And the rain has completely stopped. Sky's beautiful right now. Good news.
And the field looks great, too. So you were right at describing it as, not as heavy as it looks.
There was a lot of rain, but it was pretty light, and no damage done to Shirley Povich Field. And DM goes down swinging, so Siles gets himself out of the top of the 12th, but the Train finally break the tie, take an 8-6 lead, and we'll be back with the Cropdusters bats in the bottom of the 12th. Welcome back. Bottom of the 12th, and of course, Jordan Little still on the mound. He had such an efficient inning per usual to keep the score tied and give his bats the best chance possible. And luckily, they delivered. The Big Train took an 8-6 lead, and now Cole Hyder at the plate going to try and make something happen for the Cropdusters. That one grounded to second and tossed from Hegwood to Schultz, out number 1.
The Train actually did not get a hit in that last half inning. They were scoring off of a combination of walks, errors, and a sac fly, but you take it how you can get it.
Yeah, so his bats delivered, just not necessarily the bats themselves, just I guess the vibes were just good enough for things to be in the Big Train's favor.
The vibes were immaculate.
They were. They clearly were. Andrew Brait at the plate. Oh, that rhymed. Now for the Cropdusters. Jordan Little, first pitch to Brait, high for a ball.
Yeah, that was Pierre Pavel at the plate who just grounded out, the man known very well for walking up to the campfire song from SpongeBob. My favorite player in this league.
It was actually Hyder. I think they took Pierre Pavel out. So no SpongeBob song, but they replaced him in center field to start this game.
Right. I made a terrible mistake and written in my substitution space, he's the campfire song guy, so I didn't have a space to actually write that he was sub for. That's right, Hyder came in the 8th. That is completely my mistake.
The 1-1, another ball, count 2-1 here to Andrew Brait. On deck, Joseph Mershon, and in the hole, Michael Buma. Little, the 2-1, fouled back, count evens. It's duel of the fates, Nick. I don't know if you can hear that, but I want to let you know.
What was that?
I said that was duel of the fates, and I know you love that, so I just wanted to make sure. Little, the 2-2, that one popped up, foul again toward the Big Train pen. So still a 2-2 count here to Brait. Jordan Little fires the 2-2 pitch. That one hit foul again toward the bullpen. So at that, just continuing for Andrew Brait. And the 2-2 down swinging goes Andrew Brait. That's back-to-back outs for Jordan Little, and he records his first K of the game.
Five batters, but he's still nonetheless been just working these guys.
So Jordan Little fires in the zone to get started here to Tyler Wright.
He just attacks. He knows.
1-1 here to count. Sorry to those of you at home. Nick is having some technical issues. The 1-1 hit. DM Jefferson coming in, making a diving catch, and he gets there. DM Jefferson, what a play in the outfield. Ends the game, and the Big Train back in the win column. A tough doubleheader yesterday, but they rebound perfectly and take this one 8-6 in the bottom of the 12th. That is the 22nd win of the season for the Big Train, and they'll take on the Cropdusters in another game. Nick, what a way to finish June 24th. Never mind. Nick is cut out. So unfortunately, we're having some technical issues with this remote attempt. I believe for the second game, we're just going to go and stick with someone coming in the booth with me, maybe a rotating cast of characters like we've been doing. But I'm so glad we could get Nick back on for just a little bit. And clearly he was some good luck because the Big Train take a win, 8-6, your final score. And we'll be back at around 7 p.m. for game 2, a regular 9-inning game against the Cropdusters. Train will look for